You ever had a job that don't want to pay you? You ever had a job that you quit because of management or how people was talking? But in the back of your mind, it's like you need the job. But in another mind of yours, you was like, you ain't got to take all this disrespectful. Yeah. But then they want to take your pay away. You know you had so many hours that you had worked. You have to say you did 120 hours. You have to say you did 100 hours, 105 hours. Put it that way. You know how much you was getting paid, you have to say $24 an hour. Tell me why in their print, if you quit, they'll lower your pay. So from you making 24, they said 23 hours an hour, now you're making $8. So that $100, it's not $100 no more. Your 100 hours, not 100 hours no more. They took all that. So when you get that check, is about it's at about $540. Yeah. That's the story today. Yeah. The story is I used to work at one facility a long time ago. I did so many of these hours. The scheduler or the DON. I think it's the scheduler. She thinks she was talking to anybody any type of way. Me being me, I had a mouth. So I did all these hours because she was asking, can anybody come in? Because she didn't want to have too many agencies in the building. So I did. I was picking up so many hours. Plus there was bonus on top. And we was getting bonus. So I did a bonus. So it was mostly kind of like first come, first serve, who can get the hours. But on the top of that, she was getting people that was picking up the most. She was offering them some bonus money or gift cards. So when I spoke about that part, like you asked me, but I never received my bonus or my gift cards. Of course, every day that you asked me to pick up, I had copy of the paper. She said she never said that. So once the DON and her and me in the office, she said she never said that. Tell me why I brought that paper up. Once I showed her that paper, I had copies. I had plenty of copies. I had two copies of each because I knew she was going to tear it up. The first time we met, she tore it up. She said she didn't write this. That's your handwriting. I didn't write that. That's your handwriting. So I bring it to the DON, gave her a copy. I had more copies. I was on it. You said pick up, there's a bonus or there's a gift card. I picked up all these days from the last 2 weeks of a pay period. And I have never received a bonus or a gift card. So therefore, I was missing some money. Right? By me missing some money, you didn't want to give me to it. Because you already said my check was already $2,000. I know. At that time, I did 194 hours. Within that 194 hours, my check was $2,200 and some change. I was eating real good. Every bill I made sure it was taken care of. I made sure that I was on that because I needed to make sure the bills was paid. But in the midst of that, I supposed to have bonus. And it makes it bad when I look back, my time and a half was not even there. So my time and a half, once you pass 40, was not there. My shift differential was not there. So I was missing a whole lot of money. So when we went to the DON, she looked, calculated. She said, yeah, she's missing some money. So between the scheduler and the HR, they didn't want to pay me. But the DON saying she's the right to, like, she was telling me like that's her money. This is the sad part about it. Tell me why maybe a month later, the HR said I was terminated for falsifying paper. So when I brought it to the DON attention, like they accusify, like they're false, saying that I did something even though this is what it was. And I looked back in the handbook and it was said over 40 hours, time and a half, plus the shift in Toronto. So there was a $2, there was a 50 cents for second shift, and there's $1, I think $1.25 for third shift. So I was doing basically all the shift. My main shift was first, but I was doing first, second to third, third to first, like that. Yeah, They didn't want to pay, so they falsified documents. Yeah. So when I got my check, that 194 hours, my check was only $582. Oh, when I called unemployment, I got the rest of my money that I supposed to get, plus some of the rest of my money. And then tell me why the new DON came in and told me I need to be hired back. Once they terminated me, they told me I need to be hired back. And then it makes it bad when I try to get hired. When I got hired back, you want to lower my pay. No. So me making $23 an hour, they go say that I can only get 19. I only can get $19.50 or $19.75. Now I'm good on that, because the new DON said I was making too much money anyway. You didn't have the right to look at that part of the paperwork anyway. You said you was DON, not payroll. I understand you probably be looking at to see how many hours, but not calculate paperwork. So when I brought to them attention, like, I know my HR too, so I told them that I surely did. I made my HR person came out of myself more so I was on HR. That was my major, to be an HR. But when I mentioned about it, they act like they didn't know what I was talking about. Like, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I can. So then I got another letter maybe 2 weeks later saying I was terminated from the company. Again, unemployment had loved me at that time. You know why? Because I was getting my money worth from them. The second time. So when unemployment kicked in and the lady that did my paperwork, she said, why? I said it was a new DON and a new administrator. At that time, I got a letter saying that I can get rehired back because of the other stuff. There was a new scheduler as well, but with the new DON wrote the paper out, when I got my hire letter, and I sent that in to the unemployment, they said it was unacceptable. And since it was unacceptable, I got the money that I was really supposed to be missing from them, and then I got the rest of my money from the second time that was missing. Because at first they said I was overpaying, and then once they unemployment figured it out I was not overpaying because of my hours. At that time I had 194 hours, like I said. My check's supposed to have been $2,000. My check's supposed to have been $2,200. I think $2,214 and maybe 72 cents, something like that. But at that was supposed to have been my check. But when they cut me and then they said I didn't quit it, they lowered my pay. from $23. They lowered my pay to $18. They lowered my pay, I think, for $17. So my check at that time was like $580. So when I called unemployment, I got my money. So I got the rest of my $2,000 plus my time and a half plus my shift into rental on top of that. So my check really supposed to be a little bit more than what is $2,000. My check supposed to have been 25 or 26 more, because the time and a half is after 40 hours. I did not get all my whole 40 hours every time I hit all them doubles, because I had 194 hours. And then the time and a half I did not get, plus the shift into rental, I did not even get it either, because that's supposed to have been calculated as well. Even though my check was supposed to have been, I supposed to have got deposit into my account the $22,000, but only my check was only $580. So I got more than one. Plus, I did not get my bonus money either, so they even made even more, even top of more, or they didn't even take it out either, or I didn't even get my bonus money either, or the gift cards like they said they was supposed to get. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, girlfriend. I had every single paper that I sent unto unemployment, and unemployment ran me my check at that time, in that time frame. Yes, unemployment ran me my check. So when I got done with unemployment, when I found another job, I think, unemployment get paid. At that time, they was getting paid every Tuesday or every Wednesday. Instead of doing like $182 at that time, they just wrote me a big ass check. That's all they did. They just wrote out a big check. Like, here you go. This is your money. And it makes it bad. I send every piece of paperwork to that lady, to that man who fit calculated, because he's like, I said, there's time and a half, there's shift into rental, and I supposed to have bonuses. All my bonus that I pick up extra. So I had to get him. At that time, I was 8 days of pay period. So that's out of that 194, I was 8 days of pay period. That was 60 hours there. Take that out of there. So whatever was remain, plus my time and a half, plus my shift into rental, all that's supposed to be calculated. So I gave him the rundown. It makes it so bad. Everything was in my hire letter for the time and a half and the shift into rental and the bonuses. Yeah. When he calculated all that, they just wrote me out a check. Roll me out a check. This job was mad. Oh yeah, that was hurt. But yeah, that was my story. When jobs act like you can't calculate money, but they want to low pay your body, low pay you, very low, and then want to claim or accuse you or something. This is basically the whole story about it, accusing you. But since unemployment helped me out to unaccuse it, yeah, I got my money's worth. I don't know, what did I do with that check? I paid bills off of it. I saved a little bit. We went out to eat. We bought shoes. We bought food. We did a lot of stuff with that money. But yeah, that was all I was telling y'all about. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.